Yes, now. Yes. Okay, can you go to the top? Era Forest Enterprise. Okay, working as okay. It's not Wrap developer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
RP developer in Forest. Okay, experience with UiPath. UI should be small. Check with the logos. UI should be small. There should not be space between UI and path. Automation scheduling with UiPath. Also experience with automation anyway. Automation anyway 2019. Integration of RP automation, good understanding of software development and technologies. Okay. Education and training. Okay, can you please scroll down? RP developer. So what you can do, yesterday you have downloaded all the GitHub files, right? Can you open the
Yes.
GitHub files?
Yes.
Open my folder, Vajrang folder. Yeah, there you have sample resumes. This is for everyone. You have sample resumes where you can check with advanced developer and beginners. You can go with advanced or intermediate.
Okay. Do you want me to open?
Yeah, you can. Just check with the scroll down. Scroll down, scroll down. There is no need that you need to keep it as is. Scroll down. But try to keep. Okay, can you open the different resume as well? Intermediate resume as well. Once. Scroll down. So try to mention something like this with respect to the certifications. We have completed developer diploma, everything. Just add it. Scroll down. So clearly mention the project role, project name, and the size as developer, as well as your responsibilities.
Okay.
If you are saying that you have done 15 projects and you cannot add all those things, just add whatever you have done is okay, but just try to format it a bit. That should be fine.
Okay.
Go back to your resume, please. Yep. So you have developer with PowerS, okay, insurance claim handler, medical. Okay, what I want is I want Swapna to have a quick interview of you. Swapna, can you please interview her, Sudhira, right now? You will be an interviewer and Sudhira will be an interviewee.
Okay.
Swapna, please unmute and talk.
Yes, Vajrang. Yeah, Sudhira.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. Can you brief yourself?
Yeah. Hi. I'm Sudhira. I completed my bachelor's and completed my MS in database technologies. I have I'm more interested in RPA, and I'm more interested in UiPath, learning UiPath tool. I have done a few projects regarding non-life insurance claim handling in UiPath, and I have also done few projects in Automation Anywhere and Power Automate, Microsoft Power Automate. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think that whatever you have described about yourself, will that be sufficient? And how many years of experience are you placing in your resume?
Actually, I don't have much experience, Bajrang. Right now, I'm working as a trainee in Progress Enterprise. Yeah, I like intern kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Swapna, sorry to interrupt. You can continue, please. I will give my feedback at the end for both.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Can you explain your roles and responsibilities in your last project?
Yeah. Coming to my last project, it's like an I made Vision web online claim processing, in which we'll be submitting the claims using a bot. I designed a bot which collects the information from the database and inserts that data into the application to submit the claims. So I'm one of the member in a team of 3 members, and I am one of the developer. And other team they'll be dealing with the database. So after submitting the claims, the claim number, the claim information will be submitted to the patient and as well as the administration. For this, I have developed the bot in UiPath and as well as the Power Automate.
Okay. How much you can rate yourself on UiPath?
Out of 10, I could able to rate 6 because in UiPath I haven't worked on orchestrator and RE framework. We developed the bot totally in UiPath Studio.
Okay, thank you, Sudhira.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you done, Swapna?
Yes, Vajra.
Okay. So Pony, can you take an interviewer role, and Sudhira, you an interviewee still? Please go ahead.
Hi.
Sorry,
Hi.
Hi, Purni. Oh, so you're interviewing. Okay. Hi, Purni.
Oh, who is interviewing you? Sorry, I also got confused.
Yeah.
I am
You should be an
interviewing.
interviewer, and still Sudhira will be an interviewee.
Okay, and she is applying for the developer role, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
also now you need to give her feedback on if you are if you are good with the answer, that's fine. But if you are skeptical about the answer and if you feel that there should be something more, you need to give her immediately like what she need to update.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Sudhira, for the introduction. So I just wanted to understand a little more in detail. What were the activities and tools that you have used in your current project? I understand you've not used the RE frameworks and orchestrator, but could you explain exactly what are all the tools and what is the specialty of each tool that you liked?
Okay. Yeah, sure, Purni. So in UiPath, we used PDF automation, Purni, to extract the data from a PDF to the Excel sheet. So to extract the data from the PDF, we used OCR technology. For that, I have used document understanding. And also we used Excel automation from which the data can be stored into the Excel like read data, write data in that format. At the end, the data, the submitted claims will be sent to the patients or the administration through emails. So we also used email automation like Outlook email automation. And to get more data, if the patient is filling the form with the handwritten document, if we have handwritten documents, we also used a different technology in the OCR. And to get data from the database, we used SQL statements.
Okay. So when you said you were extracting, so I have a couple of questions here. So one is all the forms that you are using, is it all standard forms? Do you have standard, I mean, is it one
Yeah.
form is different from another
Yeah.
or?
One
Okay.
form is we have totally 3 kinds of forms for me. One will be the handwritten form. The format is same, but
Okay.
the data, how the data got entered into the form is different types. Yeah.
Okay. So input is different, but the staff form is basically standardized, right? The way you
Yeah.
input, whether it's handwritten or printed, is different. When you say you use OCR, how do you determine what OCR to use and what helps? Because the way of extraction of a handwritten document and an image document and a uh, typical text document, they are all different kinds of inputs that you'll be getting. So how do you determine what OCR to use and how did you go about the whole process? Can you explain?
Yeah, sure. So coming to the OCR, there are different kinds of OCRs for me, like Google Cloud Vision, UiPath document, Microsoft Terasac OCR. These are the different types of OCRs. So coming to me, I tried 1 or 2 OCRs to get the data from the PDF. The Microsoft OCR is the one which I tried first. So some of the information can be extracted to the Microsoft OCR, but some the font size, if the font size is different, like if the font size is bigger size, then the Terasac OCR worked better. So
Okay.
to my learning, with the PDF which I have worked with, the OCR depended on the font size or the text size. Yeah, the style of the text. Yeah.
Okay, so
With
if it is a full text document which is non-handwritten, like if it is a printed or any
uh-huh.
document, you still used OCR?
No,
Didn't
no,
you
no.
find OCR slow or
No, I used only one OCR. Yeah, Microsoft OCR. Most of
whether
them.
it was printed or whether it was uh,
Yeah, whether it is
image, whether
printed.
it was handwritten, you just used blanket rule OCR, is it?
Yes.
Have you explored other activities of PDFs?
Yeah, yeah.
What are the other activities that you know?
Read PDF, uh, write PDF.
Okay,
There
so
is,
when you
so just now, just a second.
Yeah.
Sudhira, there is no write PDF activity.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay.
And moreover, it's Tesseract, not Tess. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
Test
It's
rack.
Tesseract.
Tesseract,
Okay, test rack.
it's Google's.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Puni, you can continue.
No problem.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for correcting.
when no problem. So when you say read PDF, what is the difference between a read PDF and an OCR? Why did you go for OCR as against a read PDF? Because read PDF also reads a file. OCR also reads a file. So why did you opt for an OCR and why not a read PDF?
Coming to the read PDF, the full format will be getting read by the PDF. If we use the read PDF, the complete document will be extracted. So
Okay,
coming to the OCR, we can extract a particular text. We can choose which text can be we want to be extracted.
particular text.
Yes.
Are these the only two ways of extraction? No other way?
Yeah, no, we can extract. Like coming to the PDF, I used OCR most of them. Like we can use screen scraping.
Okay,
Yeah, data scraping.
okay, fine. So,
Yeah.
yeah, any other activities that you used Excel activities, right? You have used
Yeah,
quite Excel
yeah,
activities.
Excel
So
activity.
can you tell me, have you used Excel workbook or have you used what are the options of Excel and what have you used?
Okay, I used workbook and so
You
Excel
have
application.
you have 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes to complete the interview.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, yeah. workbook.
You used workbook, is it? Okay.
Yes.
So can you quickly tell me what is the difference between a workbook and what is an other option, and what are the differences between those two?
Okay. Workbook, to read the workbook, we don't need to use the Excel application scope. Uh, uh, for the other one, sorry, I'm not getting the name of it.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah. But
this okay. Since we are out of time, thanks, Sudhira. So I'll just whatever I know little bit, I'll let you know
yeah,
about the
sure,
work
sure.
Excel. See Excel workbook. Vajran, please correct me if I'm wrong. So Excel workbook is basically is an independent unit. You don't need to install, you don't need to have actually an Excel application in your system. It's independent. Even if you do not have Excel installed in your laptop, it's okay. You can use an Excel workbook. And the advantage of another Excel workbook is that you if your Excel has username and password as a login, then you cannot use Excel's application scope. You will have to use a workbook only, which has the property of you can go log in and open the file. That is not there. The third is when you are using an Excel, the Excel doesn't have to be necessarily open. The document doesn't have to be necessarily open in case of a workbook. When you're running the application, it can be open or it can be closed. But if you are using an Excel scope, typically the document has to remain open, otherwise it says document is not found. So these are the three differences that I know, but Bajrang, please add on if something is not.
Sure, sure. Please go ahead and continue. Complete. I will tell.
Yeah. So thanks, Sudhira, for thank you. From my understanding, your experiences have to be more in depth. You will need to understand why you're using OCR engines. OCR is, from my understanding, really, really slow, and it's the last option, and it's not even accurate. It's not, its accuracy rate is very less. So what I would personally do in your situation is I would segregate the files. I would take whatever is faster. I will do a check whatever I'm able to extract the text in that, and then do a string search, and I will extract those values. That will be faster. That will actually eliminate uh, a good amount of your time. Of course, it depends on how much of printed you have and how much of handwritten you have. To my knowledge, usually handwrittens are lesser than printed. So I would first use read PDF. I'll extract all the data quickly. Then I will opt for Anchor. Since it's a form based, Anchor based method will work very well. That is faster as compared to OCR. So the second step, I would extract Anchor base. Last will be my OCR option. That would be the approach I will use. And also, not using RE framework and orchestrator is something that we need for the organization. Then only it strings together end to end everything. So I would request you to please come back and with these trained, and definitely we appreciate the area that you're working on. Your the core documentation is very very in demand now. So unstructured, structured documents, everything, that's a area in whole by itself. So all the best, and we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you for the big feedback and all the things.
Okay. So first thing regarding the Excel with workbooks, you should have always the workbook should be closed, or you should not have it open, because if you have the workbook file and if you are using workbook activities and if the file is already open, it will throw an exception stating that the workbook is open and it cannot use it, but it's not the case of an Excel, and other things are correct. So Sudhira, what I suggest you is, instead of saying you don't have experience with RE framework, don't even mention that you don't have experience, because when you say that you don't have experience, immediately there will be alert bells ringing that you don't have at least 1 year of experience, though you have it and you didn't work or you didn't have the knowledge extensively. So use this, or like you can continue and you can use our training program. But again, if from a training program, you need to work on RE framework more, and every project, since we are doing in RE framework, just concentrate more on RE framework.
Yeah, sure, Vajra. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this training helps me to learn more about RE framework.
Yes, yes. So today, let's go ahead. I do understand that we are 20 minutes out of time, but this mock interviews are very much important to make sure that you understand what exactly and how exactly are you aware of the technology, and are you ready for the opportunity that can come in place. Okay, let's go ahead, and Sudhira, you can still continue since your screen is shared. Let's create let's go ahead and open orchestrator. Is your machine connected to orchestrator or not?
I don't know.
Okay.
How do we check that?
I have one question, Ajrang. How to open this orchestrator?
Cloud.uipath.com.
UiPath Studio and orchestrator, is this two are both are same?
Yeah, I want someone else to answer this. Rajni, can you answer this?
Structure wise it is same. I'm not sure my understanding is correct or not, but I'm also doing on this UI manager, especially the training part where we normally change the documents from unstructured, semi-structured to structured data.
No. The question is simple. Is UiPath Studio same as a UiPath Orchestrator? That's the question.
No, orchestrator is different where we maintain the queue actually.
So
And
do we maintain only queue?
queue, storage basket, asset, and mm, yes, I'm aware of these three.
Okay. So can I get any elaborate answer? Sudhira, can you try?
Through orchestrator, I'm mute. Okay. Through orchestrator, we can schedule the bot, like designed bot in the UI Studio through orchestrator. We can publish the bot to the orchestrator, and we can schedule at what time we can run the bot. We timings to run the bot.
Okay. Okay, fine. See, UiPath Orchestrator is like a centralized repository or a server or a website which connects your machines. Let's say that there are 100 machines, and we deploy the code in 100 machines. And if you don't have an orchestrator, understand the pain of logging into each and every machine and updating each and every machine's code. That's not possible, right? For the same reason, we had a centralized repository called UiPath Orchestrator. So robots are like clients where the codes will still be in UiPath Orchestrator, and whenever there is a code update, you will update it in the orchestrator, and orchestrator will send all the information or the code into respective machines in which it's running. Then the bot will execute. Okay, so when you are answering, don't answer just about what are the components that are available. Say in detail, like UiPath if you without UiPath orchestrator, if you try to work on different components, see, scheduling is very important part. Maintaining assets is very important part, because let's say that a single value need to be changed in 100 different robots. Now, without asset, if we still have it as a if we still have it in the code, like that should be updated in the code. How will you do that? You cannot do, or you cannot log into each and every machine and you cannot update it, right? But if you have it as an asset, whenever bot executes, it will pick it from a centralized repository. Like asset is where we have the value updated, and that's where the value will be taken every time the bot runs or executes. The same way, we have monitoring where we can check whether all the bots are available or not. Do we have any bot that's throwing an error? Is the bot connected or not? Everything that can be checked in the orchestrator. Okay. So other than working on the automations, we have multiple other activities like UiPath apps, as well as UiPath A Fabric, document understanding keys. So any license keys that are available. So this is the place where you maintain um, all the management and as well as centralized code as well as data. Okay, that's the importance of orchestrator. It's not just about um, running the bot, or it's not just about creating a queue. There are many other requirements or many other uses of UiPath orchestrator. So for now, what we'll do is, since we have a project to be completed, that is calculator project, we'll create a dispatcher. We have time for around 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and create a dispatcher first, and then let's go ahead and create a performer. Sounds
Vajrang,
good?
I don't know first, how to open orchestrator.
Okay. So go to cloud.uipath.com, register for yourself, and you can log into Orchestrator.
Bajrang, here I have a question.
Mhm.
I mean, whenever I'm going to start any project, is this the first step to, orchestrator is the first part where I should start?
So Orchestrator by default you will have, but you normally start projects in UiPath Studio.
Okay.
Okay. So even now, let's assume that we don't have Orchestrator, and let's continue to run it with UiPath Studio. Go to UiPath Studio and start a new project, and the project should be inside your folder, Sudhira. Home, new RE framework project. RE framework project. Okay.
I already
Do you have it inside your folder, GitHub folder?
inside the GitHub. How do we see?
Can you please go ahead and add it inside your GitHub folder?
Okay.
I create a new project and save it in my GitHub folder, correct, Vajra?
While creating, you can map it in the GitHub folder in your folder name.
Okay.
Yeah, open it from here.
Sorry, I'm not able to create it inside the folder directly.
Is it throwing any error?
No, I'm not having that option. When I right click and say new, like a file, I'm not able to create the UiPath.
You need to
Maybe
go
I
to
got it wrong. I
UiPath.
don't know.
Go to UiPath, start a new project, RE framework project, and then you can give a map.
And then save it, is it? In
No need to
that?
save. So, Sudhira, can you go to home?
Yeah.
Okay, click on Robotic Enterprise Framework on the right side. Yeah, here you can see location, right? At the bottom, change that location, click on the folder. Here you need to change to whatever GitHub folder path that you have for your folder.
Okay. 1 second, let me try.
Same is applicable for everyone, so please go ahead and do that. Open, select the folder. Yeah, if
So
you create something now, then it will create in your folder. For now, you can cancel, Sudhira. Others can try.
okay.
Go back. So did you have the input file that we that I asked you to place?
Yes.
Inside, where is it?
Here.
Open that input file. Okay, understand this flow. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to, there are empty rows and columns, by the way. All we need is we need to add all the values and add a result at the end. Okay, so for now, what we will do, we will add a queue item. So go back into the code. Yeah, let me take over from here.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So where is UiPath? Yeah. So first I need to add items to orchestrator, but before that, if you see, there is no orchestrator connected. So if you go ahead and click on here, robot, you have an option called sign in. Go ahead and sign in, cloud.uipath.com, sign in. So this gives you an option to sign in with, so you have orchestrator, right?
Yeah.
You can use Microsoft or whatever, however you are able to log in earlier, just go ahead and do that. Your organization is an Indian organization or a US organization?
Indian organization.
Okay. So here you can select, there are different, I think you had multiple tenants. That's the reason you saw many items. But you obviously will have one when you are starting in the beginning, or if that is the first time that you're logging into Orchestrator.
The robot doesn't exist. Should we say try again?
Robot doesn't exist because the robot is not available. What you can do, go back to tenant, open link in browser. Okay, let's go ahead and open. Is this the orchestrator that you have selected?
Yeah, this is.
Okay. So let's go to home. Here, you in the admin panel, you can select how many robots do you need to give access to. Here, orchestrator. Let's go ahead and add robots. Edit license allocation. So for now, you have 0 available. All the licenses are allocated. So if you see, you have by default 2 automation developer licenses. Named user licenses are 2. Testing and production are 1 each. Okay. So let's go with user groups accounts. So you also need to give a license to your folder as well as your user. So now you can use as automation developers and automation users. Because you're developing, you need to give access for automation developers. Okay, and external applications, there are no external applications. Let's see. Audit. Okay, this should be fine. So we'll go back into home and click on enterprise default. Okay, now there will be some place where we can find users. Let's see, where can I find it? Click on tenant, manage access. So Sidira is a local administrator, direct assignment, it's already enabled. So edit, Let's see if you have anything else. Libraries, robot setup, attended robot. You can, so this is the place where you can add robots. So if you see your user don't have any robot licenses. Okay, now you can check it as automation developer license, and if you leave the field, make sure it authenticates interactively. So if you have this empty, this means that you need to enable interactive mode. But if you are starting with an unattended mode, do you know the difference between attended and unattended mode robots?
Yeah.
What is it?
No,
Attend, attended robot means if the bot runs automatically to the scheduled time. An unattended robot means we have to run it manually.
You said it in reverse.
Oh, unattended means there's no need of human intervention. Attended means the human intervention is needed. Oh, initially I said the reverse. Sorry.
Okay, and also you can schedule a robot with unattended mode, and the bot can run still. So if you see here, it's clearly saying, what is it saying? Let's see. So this should be in green color. That's when you are going to run any particular machine, or you will be able to run. So this is the user, proven technologies, preferences. Let's see. So organization settings here we have, and service URL, and you're connected. And let's see, default settings. Sudhira, you have robot access administrator, personal workspace, and all these details. Robots. This is your laptop, I guess. Is it correct?
Yeah, this is my laptop.
Okay. So let's go ahead and delete your laptop, because that is in unattended mode.
Okay.
And let's try to recreate.
So initially you said to connect the bots to the machine. So this is what, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So now we are trying to sign in so that it will be assigned automatically. Now if you see, this is still in a connected and unlicensed mode, but let's go with UiPath Studio and also see how this will work. Back, close, close. UiPath Studio. Normally when you're working, you need not do all these activities, but because your robot will by default be connected with your user or with your organization licenses. So if there is a question like which version of UiPath Studio are you working, what's your answer?
How to check the version number?
Could be there in home.
2021.4.
Oh, yeah, if you say that, then that's when the bells will ring. So 2020, enterprises will always use the stable version, and the stable version that releases will be released on 2 intervals, in the month of April and in the month of October. Remaining releases are beta releases. Okay, so now we are in October. So the previous release happened was 2020.2021.4. Okay, so the best answer is to say it either 2020, latest release will be 2021.4. That's where you have upgraded your licenses. or you can also say 2020.4 or 2020.10. Those both are also upgraded, the stable versions in the organizations that you will work. Is it done? Okay. So what we will do, let it be in error mode. What we'll do is we'll add a queue item. So add sequence, add to queue. So this is the file name that I have created. Now, Sudhira, why don't you just go ahead and add read range activity?
Sorry, Vajran, this is a queue, this is a sequence you have just added, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry,
this
Vajran,
is
what you want me to add? Sorry for that.
Add a read range activity. Tell me, Purni.
so this is the RE framework one, right? So I'm seeing some code written already in the RE framework.
Yes, that
So
will
how
be
do
in
you
main.
come to
I have created a new sequence.
oh, new sequence? Okay, got it. Fine.
Vajrang, I have one question here. Read range, I can see under Excel and worksheet workbook.
Mm-hmm.
If you are using CSV file, then we need to use workbook read range, right?
Okay, if you don't have Excel in your machine, then you can go ahead and use read range workbook activity. But if you have Excel, you can use Excel activities.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, since you don't know the range, you can delete the range that's available. Yeah. So this will give us a data table with output of all the data table values. So create a data table. Okay, think that this will send data into orchestrator. Okay. So for that, what you can do, you can create a data table, dt underscore input table.
We can create the variable.
Why are you creating a variable? It will by default be created, right? If you press Ctrl K.
Yeah.
Okay. Now for each and every data row,
What have you, sorry, what have you named the data table? DT?
you can
Date.
mention anything. There is no
Yeah, just to
requirement.
maintain the uniformity.
Yeah. So it can be input table.
Okay.
You can remove that 9. I'm not sure why exactly they have added this. I need to recheck with the new activities. But yeah, current row will be one row of the item. So what you can do is add a log message to see what is the row item, row value. So you can just add log message.
And the body.
Yep. And then add. So what is the error that it's showing? Value for the required activity. Let me just take over from
Yeah,
here.
sure.
Column count and the names.
Oh,
Okay.
We
Vajra,
don't have.
sorry. Bajrang, sorry for the interruption. Somehow I'm not able to get all the folders in this GitHub desktop. Every time it is asking for run the application. Is it so? I have missed something, I guess.
Can you please share your screen? Let's quickly see that. So, Sudhira, what you can do is you can add a row of 0 to see what value do we have and execute the code. Rajni, share your screen.
Yeah, sure. It is showing this. Is it
Yeah.
visible?
Oh, yeah, that's visible. You can click on show in Explorer and you can get the values.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Sudhira, you can go ahead. Share your screen.
Vajram,
Yeah.
sorry, the column count and header names, it's for me, column count is showing default as 9.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they had the column
Yeah,
9
this is a new
because
one, right? This is a
exactly.
new,
Yeah, this
I
is the
need
new one.
and
I need to check.
if I remove that, it's giving it as a mandatory field. So
Yeah, change it to header names. Then it's not giving an error.
Yeah, I'm running.
Yeah, run the file. And did you know the mistake that you made? You added row of 0 in double quote. So whenever you are running, it will print only row of 0. It will not print its
Okay.
value.
Oh, okay.
Remove double quotes.
I removed double quotes.
Then give dot toString. So that's an object and you need to convert
Yeah.
that into a string to show it in the log.
Row is not okay. Current row.
Press control space to get IntelliSense values.
Okay.
Okay, now can you run?
This robot doesn't exist.
Yep, so it's saying that robot error and robot doesn't exist. Let's go ahead, give me a request of the control. So it will take time even for me to understand the exact issue. Let's see. Do we have others who can connect? Were you able to connect?
I have orchestrator connected, Vajram,
Mhm. Okay, let's see.
but
So new role.
I'm not there yet here. I was just trying to do the for each.
So there are rules and that we need to assign. Let's go back. I'm giving any new access if that's required. So you have unattended sessions disconnected a year ago. Okay. So let's go into tenant and let's change some licenses. Default folder, robots, production are unattended. Let's go ahead and remove. Yes. There are no more licenses. So do you know the difference between new folders as well as new workspace? Like, do you know the difference between the classic folder and modern folders?
No, Vajra.
I can try, Vajram.
Yeah, I found out the issue. The problem that she's having is she did not map the code bot inside modern folder, but she had it inside default folder. Let's see if we can convert that into a modern folder. Assign group. So
Till
when you
now,
have, yeah, tell me.
yeah, till now I haven't done any work on, so I did
Yeah,
not
yeah,
get you. Yeah, so I did
I
not
don't
get you said like default.
That's what. So my workspace, let's go ahead and connect with my workspace and let's try. So let's go with studio and then robot error. Since we enabled orchestrator with modern folders, let's see if we can continue. Just log out and log in to use modern folders. If you are using classic folders, then it's a different activity. Okay. I'm just checking how you are able to get all these tenants.
Yeah.
This should be ZHJSP. Yeah. I think Sudhira, you have multiple tenants. Not sure how you got the access for, but you need to have one tenant that we are working. What is that one tenant that we are working? Sign in. Okay, let's add everything to this folder. Any idea how you got access to all the tenants, other tenants?
No, Vajra. I browsed like this orchestrator once or twice.
Okay. Might
So
be your organization also uses.
here it is ZHJSP.
Yeah, this is what. So
Yeah.
now this is different. It's asking to start a robot service. So let's go ahead with task manager and see if robot service is turned on. Can you open task manager? Go to services and check for UiPath robot, UI robot.
don't have it.
Services is in the task manager, is it?
Yeah. Go to details.
Sorry, how did you get to the task manager?
Open search for task manager and open.
Oh,
Sudhir,
Bajrang, I'm even
right click,
I'm not.
right click
Your
on your
robot
desktop
services
and
are
go to
running.
task manager.
You are able to
Here.
open this. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do with this. So there should be only one that you should log in, and I'm not sure what is that.
Uh,
Can you close a task manager because I'm not able to control? Just
yeah, sure.
yeah. So
Bajrang,
so
I'm not able to figure out that orchestrator is connected or not. Somehow I'm not getting the option.
you will have a green option, green symbol stating that orchestrator is connected in the robot. If you have this as green, then it's connected.
Okay.
So this is connected and unlicensed. So let's go ahead and sign out.
It says connected, right? And it's an orange color.
Yeah, so that's what your robot is different, your orchestrator is different. There are multiple items, licenses. Okay, Purni, were you able to connect to orchestrator?
My orchestrator was already connected, but it's not showing me bots. So I've
Okay, do one thing. Please share your screen. Sudhira
yeah.
will connect with your screen later.
Yeah, sure.
No, Bajrang, I'm not also able to connect it.
Rajni not able to connect?
No.
Are you able to
Okay.
see the screen?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and complete this activity, then we'll check. Okay. So create a queue item, add queue item, create a queue. Yes, and then add it with default folder, right? So you can use a calculator.
Okay. This is modern folder also. I think this is modern folder. I can go with modern also.
Yeah, go with modern folder, add queue item. And then add.
Mention is there or it's fine?
Yeah, queue underscore calculator, or you can just write calculator queue.
It is written my workspace default and process packages, right, Purnima?
Process package is something that I have created. It's the name that I have given. It's
Okay.
it's a modern folder.
You can create a new modern folder. That's what we are
Actually,
talking.
it is written on my screen. It is written shared.
That's fine. My workspace and process packages are like shared folder is also a modern folder. There is no need to check on that. Just click on add. Let's continue with the code and let's add items. If we are done with that, then we'll check with robots.
All this is okay, right? All this, the unique reference, auto retry.
I'll explain you what are those later. Let's continue. These are okay.
Okay, how do I close this? I don't see any button here. Oh
Click
yeah,
add.
sorry, I didn't see that. Okay.
Okay, now you
So
have
calculator
calculator
queue.
queue. Okay, go back to code.
So, Bajrang, if I click on default and then do add queue, or if I click on shared and then click on add queue, what is the difference?
Default might be a classic folder and shared might be a modern folder.
Okay.
So whenever you are adding of robots to default folder, you need to explicitly give all the details, like you need to give the host name, you need to give the email, user ID, and the password. But modern folders enables you to log in directly and start working on the review. Like licenses will be assigned automatically.
So what do we do here, Vijra?
Yeah, just add queue item. Add queue.
Add
Active.
queue. Okay.
Yeah.
I pull it inside this, is it? Inside this.
Did you have the Excel file, input file that's created?
Yeah, I put it.
Okay, why don't you delete the range A1 and A2, because if you don't delete, only the A1 and A2 values will be taken. Now all the values will be taken, and in add queue item, give the queue name, calculator queue.
It's showing some error. I think Control K I have to give.
It should be in double quotes.
Oh, okay.
Because that's a string, right? And you haven't initialized any variable for it.
Right. Okay.
And in collection, go to item information. Again, that's a dictionary and string object is what you need to give. But now this is not what we are going to use. We are going to use information collection on the top. Yep. So this will give you key value pairs. So what you can do, you can give as name. It should be just give out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or anything. 1, 2, 3. So on the right side, what we can give is we can give row of 1, row of 2, row of 0, row of 1, row of 2.
Current row of 1, right?
Correct.
Two string or something, or
dot to string.
okay.
Just hit on OK. I think you closed it instead of hitting on OK.
No, I had already.
Okay, fine. Okay. Just run this flow alone. Run this file alone.
Okay.
Item should be updated. Workbook does not exist. Input.xlsx. It should be there in the project folder. Do you have that in the project folder or input folder?
I put it inside. It's here, right? Data.
Yeah. So for that, what you need to do, you need to change that as /data/input/input.xlsx.
Will the caps lock matter?
Yes.
Data / / right? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to add a backward slash.
Sorry, backward slash.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
input, it. Input folder. That's inside input folder, right? / input. Okay, now run. So we are done with the time, but I need 5 minutes. Can you check?
Okay.
Yeah, that's done. And see, how can you change the folders? At the bottom, you have process packages.
Yeah.
Once you're connected, you will be able to click on that. And you can change the folder.
Oh, okay.
Purni workspace is the shared workspace. process packages is the package process packages folder, and default folder is what it will be mapped. So if you change it to default, then whatever you do, it will be mapped to default folder.
Okay.
Okay, so you can change. Yeah, go back to Studio to Orchestrator and let's see the values. Click on the
Here.
3 dots and show transactions. So now you have all the values, right? And for each and every row, it created a value. Now can
We
you
are not
just
able to see the values.
open, click on the 3 dots and hit on open. View details. Okay.
This
So
one is it?
second
1,
one,
2, 3.
yeah. 1, 2, 3 is the name that we gave, and 4, empty, and 6 are the values that you got from Excel file.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I'm
Can you
not
go to the
getting
next
it.
one? Yes, Sapna, we'll check.
Western, how do we get empty 6 model?
I didn't get your question, Sudhira. What is that?
No, the specific. Yeah, can you open that, please? The
The
values.
empty one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the values.
Null values, I think.
Yeah, those are the null values from the Excel.
Okay. They are like 5 columns, right?
Yeah, but we gave only 3.
Oh, okay.
Row of 0, row of 1, row of 2.
Row of 0, row of 1, row of 2 here.
Yeah.
So
Till
we
there we
have,
got.
here this will be null.
Yes.
In
And
C, there is no 6. In column C, there is no value 6.
then she might have updated it row of 1, row of 2, row of 3.
This is the first one.
I think 1, 2. Okay, rather than 0, you kept so that 1, 2, 3 like.
Oh, 0, 1, 2. I should have.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. B, C, and D. Yeah, got it. Okay, got it.
0.
Yeah, you have given B, C, and D columns.
Oh, I have omitted this. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, but in this, it's current row only I have given, no? So
Current row of 0, or so you gave from first column.
Yeah, you
Right.
gave from the first.
Correct.
You omitted
Got it.
0. Yeah. That's why I
So
got
it's
confusion. Yeah, there is no 6 in the
it's
value of
empty.
third row, third column.
Swapna, can you please share your screen? Since we have updated this, let's for now let's close the training session. But also let's check on the access and robots connection. Swapna, you can share your screen.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, I completed till here actually.
But first, that you can check later. For now, what we will do is we'll check with the robot error. Can you please share your entire screen? Or okay, you're connected from Studio. See, this is the problem, Swapna. If you are connecting from browser, I will not be able to access. So install install Teams in your machine and log in. Okay. For now, I cannot access your machine, but let's check with Rajni. Rajni, can you please share?
Yeah, sure.
Are you able to connect your orchestrator?
No, here I'm stuck actually.
Okay. So you have multiple folders. Let's go back and let's see. Orchestrator not connected. So let's connect with orchestrator first. Sign in. Sign in. Okay. That's it. Your orchestrator will be connected. Continue. So if you see here, this is your default folder. Or if you observe this item, this is my workspace. Whatever you have, the the name that you got is from my workspace.
Okay.
Okay. And if you want to change something, you can change it to shade and default as required.
Okay.
For now, let's go into your workspace. And we have, did you create a SKU name? Where you create add row, data rows?
No, I was stuck actually. I'm not able to get that part. I'll do it for sure.
Okay, fine. Sudhira, can you please connect?
Yeah, sure.
Your robot is connected, so you can continue to work, Rajni.
Okay, thank you.
If you have any queries, check with the recording that we are posting.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and what do we have, Sudhira? So that is JSP is what, ZHJSP is what we need to check.
I just logged in with that HJSP.
And
Okay.
one more thing, Bajram. Still, I'm not able to check in Teams that the general folders, the folders available in general.
Let me give it immediately to you. Can you open Teams in Sudhira, just a second.
Yes,
Can
it
you
is
open
already open.
Teams?
Yes, already it is.
Can you please share your screen?
Sir, 2 minutes, sir. I'm joining.
Yeah.
Yes, Bajram, it is shared.
Open that in Chrome. Open Teams in Chrome. It's there, right, Sudhira? Sorry, Rajni, you have it, right? RPA 30 days, not general. Yeah, this is where you need to see.
Yes, but you said that you have updated some text and you have written the notes. I'm not able to check all that.
That's in files.
Okay.
Okay, check it from
Okay.
here.
Yes.
Sudhira, please share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So robot error. So let's go ahead and disconnect.
Yeah, Jen, can I share my screen?
Sapna, why is it required?
Because I'm new to orchestrator, I'm not getting.
Okay, do one thing. I will add you and Rajni in one group in a separate room. So can you two connect and work now?
Okay, Vajra. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's complete with Sudhira, then we'll go ahead with yours.
Vajrang, what if we delete other tenants? Just I'm curious.
Yeah, you can delete, but if you should be an administrator
Oh, okay.
for those tenants. You should be an administrator, then you will be able to delete. The only thing you need to do is click on manage tenant. Here you will have an option, delete the tenant.
Okay. Now, since when logging into this, we are getting a lot of tenant options,
Yeah,
right?
so do one thing, Sudhira. Why don't you go ahead and delete every tenant and create a fresh new tenant?
Yeah. I'll do that and I'll try.
Yes, that will be easier. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. I'll try
Because
and let you know.
your licenses or your licenses might be already assigned to different tenant. That might be a reason, but I don't think so that will be right. but try it once.
Okay. Is that okay if I, because only me, I'll be using only my account. So if I delete also nothing happens, right? Because
Check
they know.
check who are the users. So whenever you are deleting, hit on the tenant and
Okay.
then check who are the users for that.
Okay.
Here in the tenant, you can see the users panel.
So I have to log into each tenant and delete all that.
Yeah, correct. So
Okay.
manage access and you can see who are the access holders here.
Okay.
If it is someone else, then ask them to remove you from the tenant.
So from tenant, where do I delete the tenant? Sorry. Once.
Just hit
Okay.
on this
Uh-huh. Okay.
home. Just a second.
Yeah, okay. Tenant. Okay, home manage. And the three dots. Delete. Right, Vajra.
Yeah, Sudhira, that's correct.
Okay, sure.
So I'll be on mute. So Swapna, can you please share your screen? Let others help you for some time. Who should that be? Rajni or Swapna who have issue with the access? Rajni, is that you?
I guess it is connected.
Is it connected for you?
Yes, it is connected. It is now, it is showing green, so it is connected, right?
Yeah, it's connected. So what you can do is you can follow the steps and create a queue in Orchestrator.
Yeah,
Fine?
sure.
Okay. So I need to disconnect. So I'll keep the recording in YouTube. So go ahead and check it out.
Thanks, Vajrang.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Every day
Bye-bye.
is a
Thank you.
learning. Thanks.
Yeah,
For me
thank you.
too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hello.